earlier than usual today, so we're guessing some people aren't going to make it.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah,
Prefers eggs
just egg.
in her
Thanks.
chocolate.
Just eggs. Thank you. That's probably, I won't touch that, but it's just good to have it there. We can.
We have to get rolling because we have a party in here at 11. Just so you, in case you're wondering why we're not waiting for an extra minutes. Plus, Chef Bridget is behind, so we want to pressure her.
She loves pressure.
And we're not going to clap this morning because we don't have enough clappers.
Exactly.
All right, here we go.
It's gonna be hard.
Welcome to the Hot Stove Society show on Cairo Radio. My name is Tom Douglas.
I'm Loretta Douglas.
And aren't we excited to be here?
So excited.
Every week we're here for what? On air, maybe 6 hours, depending on the Cairo schedule. We're also on podcast, and you can find us a little bit everywhere, all over, worldwide. I'd say, like Hot Stove Worldwide is what we call this.
Worldwide.
What we call this show. And
this is my first time in here since our lovely Lars has decked us out for the holidays.
we're
and
Christmas
it looks
spirited.
super
It's
we
good.
are.
so cute.
Yeah.
He does such a good job.
We're coming to you from our kitchen studios at the beautiful Hotel Andra in downtown Seattle. And I would be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit about our friends that are dealing with floodwaters this week. It is crazy out there. We have a house on the Yakima over there. Not quite. We're up the hill about 75 feet from the
Lucky.
Yakima, but it is rolling
Yeah.
over there in Prosser. But nothing like what's happening up north in the Skykomish and the Snohomish and
Yeah, North
just-
Bend area. I have
yeah.
a friend there that's
Expecting
been
2 feet above record.
up in Skykomish, it was 5 feet.
Oh,
the
wow.
Last I looked on
Wow.
the news last night. So
90s closed. Did it reopen this morning yet?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's been
One of our
wild.
chefs, Tony, is stuck out landslide out there. So
Oh.
we'll see. But no, I just want to say we're thinking of you, and we hope that we can bring a little joy.
Yep.
Not that you know what I mean. We know
Absolutely.
it doesn't. Smile, maybe.
Yes.
You're morning. Tickets are available at hotstovesociety.com. Lovely guest here this morning. Good morning. Brave the weather. It's pouring out there. Brave the weather, brave the traffic, and are here front and center at the Hot Stove Radio show. Coming up, classes. We do both private classes and public classes. So one of our public classes coming up is turkey and root vegetable pot pies with Chef Danae.
Yum.
Are these take and bakes? Do you know?
I don't believe so.
I would bet that you get to take home a pot pie with you. Would be my guess. The Rat Pack New Year's Eve with me, December 31st here. There's a very limited seating. I think we only have 36
34?
seats, 34 seats. And I don't know where that's at, if it's been posted yet, but my guess is that it's
There's a few left open.
few
There's-
left.
yeah.
Okay. Tell me about the Rat Pack. You did some research because, that's what Bex does.
I was curious. I didn't know enough about it. So I looked it up. It's considered by many to be the founding fathers of Las Vegas, drawing visitors far and wide to their casino performances. Frank Sinatra created the group, but the name Rat Pack came from Lauren Bacall, who was dubbed the Den Mother, and once remarked upon seeing the group, "I see the Rat Pack is all here." In her memoir, she wrote, "In order to qualify, one had to be addicted to nonconformity, staying up late, drinking, laughing, and not caring what anyone thought or said about us."
And let's not even mention smoking cigarettes.
There you go. Well, there's no smoking in the hot stove, so that won't
No.
happen that night. But
There
the
is
rest,
some smoking. It's just not that kind.
and not in the hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
it's
We have little
hot
smoke
fires.
machines.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
Honey.
do.
some smoke
Honey.
machines.
Yes.
Huh?
Punny.
Honey, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's coming up. Some of the items on the Rat Pack New Year's Eve menu: clams Casino, oysters Rockefeller, marrow bones, olive breadsticks, Caesar salad. I was down over in, I guess it's down in Kona
Uh-huh.
last week and had the most expensive Caesar salad of my life.
Really?
For the second time.
Oh, at Miller and
Lux.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the Four Seasons over there.
Uh-huh.
We drove over from our place.
Was it
and
worth it?
Here's the thing. If you can tell me that a $30 Caesar is worth it, that's, you're like, it's like spitting into the wind. It's going to come back at you. I don't mean to be like, whatever. But I will say, it was delicious.
Mhm.
So it was less than the size of my hand.
Mhm.
And it was mighty delicious.
My favorite thing when I had it there last year was They make it, it's like a table side
Yeah.
presentation, and they tell you the provenance of every single ingredient in
Right.
this Caesar salad, to the point where they're like, this mustard was made and like harvested in this region. And it goes so much deeper than you ever wanted
Where'd
to
the
know about
lemon
your
come from?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where'd
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lemon
It's
come
totally
from?
ridiculous.
So it's a story. You're paying for the
Hilarious.
story.
It's
Yeah.
it's like, are they really doing this right now?
Uh-huh.
So anyway, it was pretty funny. But like I said,
But
it's
it
the
is
most expensive
delicious.
Caesar. It's delicious. Yes, it was. So eggplant parmigiana also on New Year's Eve, grilled branzino, veal zoltambuca, a little bit of everything
Mhm.
on the Rat Pack supper from talking about our friends down in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Last year was Memphis. This year, Vegas.
It's New Year's Eve appropriate, I think.
I think
Vegas
so. I haven't decided what my costume's going to be.
costume. You've never dressed up a day in your life.
I'm going to dress up skinny and I'm going to be able to sing and have a cigarette hanging out of my mouth with a scotch in my hand.
All right.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I might
So in
have
other
to
words,
come
I'm going
now.
to look like Cam, our technical advisor today. On the show, culinary travels from Hawaii's Big Island to New Orleans' Big Easy. Becky, you've been in Big Easy recently.
Mhm.
Holiday food gifts with Eliza Ward of Chef Shop, one of our favorite stores over there on Elliott. Hearty barley soup.
Yum.
I feel
Your favorite?
I feel qualified to talk about this one.
Absolutely, you are.
Well, not every time do I feel qualified. My sister's coming in. Did you
Mhm.
know that?
I did know
Making
that.
the long drive from Tacoma.
Hmm.
She's awesome, saving the world one meal at a time at the Emergency Food Network. Affordable meals, growing up in the big family-friendly, budget-conscious world that we're in. Always, my family was always there. I don't care what president we have. My family was always. My mother was a frugal woman. My dad was worse, unless it was something he wanted, like a prime rib or something like that, which was never prime. I'll just tell you. Speaking of prime rib, is my prime rib class sold out?
That was sold out a long time
Oh,
ago.
okay.
Sorry.
Festival Holiday Cocktails with Belinda Kelly, author of Drink Your Garden. We've had her on before.
Her and her
it's-
sister
and
when they
yeah,
launched the
exactly.
book. Yep.
And of course, we're going to wrap up with food for thought, tasty trivia. Remember, the holiday pre-sales at Dahlia Bakery are happening right now.
Mhm.
I think
Time to get your pie.
I made another batch of gravy
Nice.
because I'm the gravy man.
Yes, that was good. I had it for Thanksgiving.
And
Wonderful.
that was
Everybody
all you got
loved
was
it.
good.
It was delicious.
Oh,
Well, that
Yeah,
was
and I had enough
so
for
cavalier.
leftovers.
Oh,
that
my
was
God.
good.
It was
That was good.
delicious.
That was
Everybody
fine.
loved it. No,
it was fine.
Delish.
When you have someone to your house, Loretta, and you ask, "Hey, how was supper tonight?" and they say, "Fine."
Yeah, you want to jump out a window.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for that, Bex. Thanks for making my morning. Our taste of the week. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mine's a concept, not a taste, but my mother-in-law and father-in-law brought over dinner last night, and they brought over a frittata to eat for dinner. And apparently, when I talked to my husband about it, this is in my mother-in-law's like regular rotation of meals. It was something that they had all the time
Uh-huh.
when he was growing up. I just have to say, it would never have occurred to me to eat a frittata for dinner.
Uh-huh.
Like I just would never have considered it a dinner thing.
Uh-huh.
And it was a really, really simple one with just really potatoes, a ton of herbs, egg, and then kind of just bound together and roasted. And it was such an easy, good main dish that
Yeah.
I would never have considered to put on. I'd eat it for breakfast.
Right.
But to me, if it has an egg in it, like that's a breakfast food.
Right.
And it worked perfectly for dinner. For the kids, I made some additional like chicken on the side because I didn't know if they would
Right.
go for it. And but it didn't really need it. Like it was kind of a complete thing. We had a huge big salad on the side and it felt like a light, delicious.
Were there enough potatoes in it to consider it a Spanish tortilla? Which they-
Almost.
yeah,
I mean,
which they
almost.
always eat
Yeah.
as an appetizer or as a tapas over
Yeah.
there, right? So
Yeah. And it was really potato heavy, I
Uh-huh.
would say, and less eggy. Like from the top, you almost couldn't tell that it was bound by egg. It looked like just this pan of potatoes.
Fun.
So
And then leftovers for breakfast the next
Yeah,
day.
it
Are there
worked
ever
out great.
leftovers in your home?
we don't eat them, so we don't keep them
Okay.
generally.
I'm a leftover girl.
Yeah.
Oh. We don't eat them, so we don't. Ooh,
I
that's
mean,
cavalier. Speaking of cavalier,
Some things we will eat as leftovers, but I would say a lot of things we don't get to. So rather than feel guilty 3 days later for throwing it away, I just get rid of it on the day.
okay then.
Nice compost pile.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No presents for you for Christmas, I guess.
What about you, Father?
My taste of the week. Last night at my house, we had a tasting for 10 people for our event in May at the Paramount Theater. It's a fundraiser
Oh.
for the Paramount Theater. It's called The Doors. And you can buy a ticket to this, by the way. I don't think they're for sale yet, but in January they will be. I want to say it's May 4th. But every year we do a tasting for the people putting on the show. And we design the menu to go along with the person who is their musical talent
Mhm.
that's coming in to host the show. So I know who that is, but I
You
can't
can't, right.
say who it is at this point. Anyway, so I designed a menu around it. One of the things I made, it's a Caribbean inspired menu
Oh,
because this
fun.
person's music was kind of Afro Caribbean pop.
Mhm.
I made an oxtail dumpling,
Ooh.
and we just simply put you see these in the grocery store,
Yep.
and I think
You can
most
buy them
people,
at Costco. I see them at Costco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but most people, I would say it's more of an ethnic food, and a
Mhm.
lot of us simple white folks
Mhm.
who are mixed mutts from all over Northern Europe, I don't think we use that very much.
Mhm.
Oxtails.
Oxtails.
Yeah.
And so I basically you just cook them like a pot roast. You just pop them in with onions and celery and carrots and whatever it is that you want. Put a lid on it and braise it for a few hours
Okay.
until it's fall off the bone or fall off the cartilage, whatever you want to call that oxtail,
Mhm.
tender. So then we just picked it, seasoned it up with allspice and bay leaf,
Oh, yeah.
and made this kind of Caribbean flavor out of it.
Mhm.
You kind of have to mince it up, and then
Mhm.
we put some of the fat that had rendered out back into the meat mix, and that's what we wrapped in our yeasted the dough, just like a Chinese bao
Wait,
dough.
yeasted
Right.
dumpling. Interesting. I was
Chinese
thinking
bao
like
dough,
a-
but
Mhm.
we're kind of cheated with that. But anyway, the bomb,
Really?
the
That
bomb.
sounds great.
We had a little bit of heat from the black pepper,
Uh-huh.
and it was delicious. And I'm looking forward to having those again
Awesome. That sounds
because who would think? Who would make an oxtail dumpling in my world? Nobody.
Mhm.
I don't know why I even thought of it. Although I was inspired by Marcus Samuelson's cookbook, the Red Rooster
Yeah.
cookbook. He is a fine cook, that man, and
Yeah,
he is
he
a
is.
busy son of a gun.
Yeah.
I'm on his Instagram feed. Holy smokes!
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
He must be tired.
That's what I think. It's like, does this kid recognize him when he comes home? I don't know. Anyway, that's what we got going on today. Lots to hang out for. We're going to be here for 2 whole hours. We hope you stay with us on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM. Wow, we have enough people now.
Do we want to say anything about Armandino?
Did he die? Did he pass?
He did.
Oh no.
86,
Yeah.
88, but unexpected, quick. Yeah, my
I thought
friend
he
just,
was 90.
I did the math. I think it was 88, but I can look it up.
Yeah.
Nice man.
Yeah, my friend just had dinner with him, saw him the week before, and he was doing great. So it's
Yeah.
kind of nice. It just goes quick.
Yeah, I just saw him too. So.
Yeah.
All right, Eliza.
All right, we're back here in the kitchen on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society radio show. Been hanging out here a lot. December, I'm very busy in this room. Lots of my own
I know I have
classes.
your calendar on my phone,
Uh,
and every night it's like appearance hot stove, appearance hot
Yeah,
stove,
yeah.
appearance hot stove.
it's my life right now. January, not so much.
Yeah.
That's what we always say. It's like sad thing is for us, January's coming.
Yeah.
And things fall off
It's
the
quiet.
cliff. It's, you want to take a minute to think about Armo today. Armo Batali, Armandino. I know he was close to Bridget here in the back and myself, and you've met him many times.
Yep.
I was texting with Mario Batali about his pop. What a sweet man he was. We all live our life and we're all going to die.
Mhm.
And I don't know that I know anyone who lived a more joyous life than
Yeah.
Armo.
Yeah.
He was just a swell guy. You might know him from his work at Salumi, which is that little kind of salameria down at on what do they call that? The Second Avenue extension or the Third Avenue extension?
I think it's
Just-
second.
It's right next to the old police museum.
Yeah.
I think it's still there even. But anyway, I'm going to miss his smile. He was such a charmer. I did some events with him. You know, Terry and I, the chef and the chapeau, were supposed to do an event with him down at St. Martin's University at
Mhm.
Lacey, and Terry died the week before the event.
Mhm.
And Armo was so, just
Lovely.
lovely, and I tried to cover for Terry as best as I could, but there's so much you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Armo was the one who made it feel good
Yeah.
and celebrate Terry.
And you did a dance party.
And we did a dance
yeah.
party. But anyway, I'm going to miss Armo. I miss calling him for advice. I miss going to call him as a friend. And we wish him the best in his afterlife.
Yes.
I hope Marilyn is there. He missed Marilyn, his wife,
Mhm.
terribly. She was
Mhm.
sweetheart. Culinary highlights. So let's get on to something more cheerful.
yeah.
Although I don't find death necessarily a saddest thing. I think if you've lived well, if you're a good person, so be it.
And he's left a great legacy as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yes, New
Gee,
Orleans.
New Orleans.
Rain.
It-
We know about that here, but it's a little different kind
I
of rain.
was
down
very
there.
surprised. So we
Yeah.
got rained out of a couple things, but we still had lots of fun. It was our first time there, and we had
How old are you? And you've
6-0.
never been to New Orleans.
I know.
Never
That's
been.
crazy to
It's
me.
like when
As
people tell
somebody
me
that
your age that have
travels as
never-
much as you do. Like,
I
Yeah.
know.
I talk to people all the time who've never been to New York City.
Oh well, that's a crime.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but it's just direct flight, super easy, nice
Uh-huh.
people, and if you're, with all the restaurant prices in Seattle, New Orleans looks like a deal.
Yeah, ask them what their minimum wage is in New Orleans.
Exactly.
$7.70 an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the mhm.
Ours $21.50.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it makes a difference.
Yeah,
But
it's huge.
it is more affordable. So it's kind of fun in that
Yeah.
way. So we went to a handful of restaurants. We had to go to Antoine's, the oldest one, because I've done trivia on that so many times.
Right.
We had to go.
And I got booted out of Antoine.
Because you were wearing shorts.
Yeah.
So we tried
No
to go.
jacket and no tie.
did you go in shorts in solidarity?
Exactly. I wore a tie.
Yeah.
No, we went during lunch and we didn't have the sharpest attire. We weren't planning on this.
Uh-huh.
Like we tried to go to Commander's Palace
Yeah.
and we're at lunch because we were walking around that area and we were going to peek our heads in and they suggested we didn't. We weren't dressed
Just
nice.
because you weren't dressed in it.
Yeah, we
Uh-huh.
didn't feel we wanted to go peek, but
It's kind of where Emerald made his name as the
It's-
chef at Commander's
yeah,
Palace.
yeah. So next time I'll bring something a little nicer. But we loved Antoine's. I didn't know it was 5th generation. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. And we had the oysters Rockefeller, but I preferred their other 2 oysters that they do because there you can get a little 6-pack or you can get 2 of each one instead of a whole plate of Rockefeller. And we had the fish almondine with crab meat topping. We got the classic
That's
dishes.
classic New Orleans
Yep.
down there. Yeah.
And then it was fun to see all the holiday parties and groups too, there for lunch. That was
Uh-huh.
just such a festive time of year. And then we went to Cochon. Have you been there? The
Yeah.
Hardy Cajun. That was great. And a great catfish that was court bouillon, which means short broth. So it's
Yeah,
kind of a
just
poached.
a vegetable broth.
I had to look it up. I didn't know what that was.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised at that.
Yep. Me too. Gumbo was great. And then we went to the Petite Grocery, had some turtle bolognese.
Uh-huh.
And I love the idea of Loretta's giving a face. It's pretty good, just like any meat.
Yeah.
But I love the idea, all the culture
And
down
those
there.
are farm-raised turtles. They're farmed for meat. Just
Right.
FYI.
Right.
Yeah. Just like ducks and
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. But that was pretty delicious. And I love the idea, you're at a French restaurant eating an Italian meal and learning about all the different cuisine born and that's come to that area was just
Yeah.
really cool. It's not
it's a melting pot.
totally.
Yeah.
I just find New Orleans fascinating because I feel like, unlike other cities in the US, you feel like you are somewhere else in New
Mhm.
Orleans, which I think is a unique experience in the States. And I love it for that, to have the direct flight pretty quick. You get there and it feels like, oh, I've traveled somewhere
Right.
else.
Yeah.
You know, like it looks different. The food is different. All of the architecture is different.
Mhm.
Well, to me, the legal system is different. Like it's wild times.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. And the Southern charm is Delightful.
front and center.
Front and center.
You
Yeah.
make it to Central Grocery and have a muffaletta.
We went to Central Grocery, but we were too full to get a muffaletta. They're huge. Even a half
Oh,
of
you
one.
big whiner.
Totally.
You got to take one for the team.
Did you go to
I tried-
John Melisse's for a po' boy?
No, because I think it has egg
Did you
in
go
it.
to the Acme Oyster Bar?
Wow,
Oh.
you got to go
Oh.
back, Becky.
You didn't go to Cafe Du Monde at
I
least?
went to Cafe Du Monde.
For a
of course.
Did you go
beignet?
to
Yeah,
beignet,
chicory
Carousel
coffee.
Yeah.
Bar?
Had those too. And beignets, I mean, they're not meh.
Did you go to Bayona?
Okay.
It's
well,
your
let's
turn.
plan a trip.
Wow, we're
Okay,
gonna have
well,
to
now-
do our show.
Now
from-
I've got
A show field trip in New Orleans.
We're only there 5 days. 5 days, 4 nights.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going back.
well, that's
I've-
that's 40 meals. What happened?
my girlfriend and
40
I.
meals.
Yeah, 40 meals. We did our best, but it was beautiful. I would definitely recommend going.
Here's what I'll say:
Okay.
if nobody's ever seen you on YouTube, our live channel, and watched you here,
Uh-huh.
it's the way.
Well, I'm behind the
It's
scenes.
the reason why you look like you do and I look like I do.
Is that
You
yours
have
said
about
it's
a
40
five-
meals?
Yeah, a 5 meal a day difference.
There we go. Oh, we did our best, but thanks for the suggestions for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, did you have a favorite bite? I didn't really get I heard what you had at each place, but what one
I
stood out
think-
over all others?
I mean, even just the simple shrimp and grits. I think just the whole experience of a favorite bite. I think just trying all
Did
those
you
new
have
things.
the etouffee at Cape Paul's?
Did not have the etouffee at Cape Paul's. Next time,
Wow.
I
I will say I'm remiss on my New Orleans travel. Last time
Uh-huh.
I was there I was on the Northwest Orient Airlines chef team.
Wow,
wow.
And
So when
before-
Northwest Airlines was still a thing,
Yeah.
that was a long time ago.
but
Doug.
I also took my mother-in-law there for her 60th birthday,
Uh-huh.
and we sat at the counter. And at that point, Emerald
Oh.
was still behind the counter in the kitchen cooking, so he cooked for us at the counter, and she was over the moon.
I
she
bet.
loved Emerald.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
Did
loved
she
it.
say?
Over the
Did he
moon.
say "bam" when he was cooking?
he did not.
Oh.
That's a TV thing.
Okay. How about you? You went to the Big Island.
Yeah, we cooked a lot ourselves this trip, and I would say the best thing that I had was actually something I made halfway. I was doing a Loretta shortcut.
Love it.
We went up to the Camahuela liquor store in the parking lot
Mm-hmm.
is where the Huli Huli chicken truck is. Brought back 3 Huli Huli chickens, and I let them cool a little bit, picked them all, pulled all the skin off the meat,
Mhm.
put it in a saute pan and rendered the skin down to cracklings.
Perfect.
Delicious.
That's so smart.
cracklings. Shredded the meat
Mhm.
and then chopped the cracklings and mixed it in with the meat for our tacos. Oh,
That is such a tool. That is a great
Oh.
tip to do.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really, it's just changed.
Take
it
the
changed
time.
everything.
Yeah.
You could just see it on people's faces when they tasted, like, what's the little crunch in there? That is so good.
Mhm.
Yeah. So pan fried tortillas, the little chicken cracklings
Mm,
mix, and then some salsa.
sounds perfect.
Pretty dang good. And I made my favorite. It's now Mr. Fish, but the old Seatown slaw to
Yeah.
go with it, with lots of herbage, mint and
Mm,
dill and
Yeah.
Thai basil. And,
Lime juice.
yeah, really good. That's my thought of what I had at the Big Island. There's so much, but on the Big Island, you have to be intentional about eating island food.
Mhm.
There's so many variations of things. Everyone goes to Costco.
Yeah.
Which I love Costco,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not what I want when I'm on the Big Island. I want to go up to the little markets around in the
Yeah.
hill towns. Yeah. So that's what I know about that. I would go. It's a good place to go this time of year.
Yeah, you missed part 1 of the atmospheric river, which is lucky.
I did. And you know how I missed it? I was sitting at the Kona airport for 10 hours
Oh no.
while my flight was delayed. Finally, my 9:00 a.m. flight left at 6:30 p.m. I got home at 3:30 a.m.
Oh, good.
You had a class
But
here.
I waited in at 85 degrees and sunshine.
Right.
Then
And
got
maybe
off
a
the
cocktail.
plane to this. Got off the
Uh-huh.
plane to this. Up next, Eliza Ward, owner of Chef Shop down at 1425 Elliott Avenue West, is going to join us with some Christmas gift ideas and taste and flavors. And here we go on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM. Hi, sister.
No problem.
How's your brown butter Madeline?
We're impressed you made the trek from it's the weather.
I was sure this was my gift
My guess is that Eliza would let me buy that for you.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of ideas.
I was
got a little
telling her we
carried
don't need to
away.
get through everything. We'll just.
I got here about 5 minutes before we started. I was like, text Loretta. Traffic it was so much worse than I was expecting.
Loretta, can you grab your wine or water glass? Thanks.
You know, I talked to Tony last night, and it wasn't that he was stuck at home, it's that he couldn't get home. His kids had to go to friends' houses because
Oh,
him and
really?
his wife couldn't get
Couldn't get
home.
to
Every
pick 'em up.
access road to their house was
That's
flooded out
stressful.
and 90. Luckily, his kids
Life
are older.
experience.
Like they're in their teens and stuff, so
Oh,
they're
okay.
fine
They're not
to
little.
stay,
Yeah.
you know, at a friend's. But yeah, so I haven't heard yet if he made it. He was like, "I just sold my fishing boat. I should have kept it."
I was telling Eliza we don't need to rush through everything. We just
Ask questions.
can go deep and
Do we have room for two?
nope.
Oh, however
Just
it
one.
goes.
How much is that basket worth?
I have no idea. $1,000.
1,000?
Well, there's a couple of quite expensive items in there,
Like what?
like this Asin Timbuk salt from the Philippines. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those. That's $150 right there. And then we have some. Well, it comes in a basket, which is nice. Yeah. So yeah, and then like there's Manuka honey in here from Tasmania. This little jar is like an $90 thing of honey. If you wanted to go really expensive, that's for your honey lovers out there, like you, Tom.
I'm not a honey lover.
I
Although I like honey.
do
I
you?
used it last night in my pickled cucumbers
Oh,
instead of sugar.
oh, that's good.
It,
Yeah.
it adds a little adds a
Another
little
element
different
of flavor.
than just plain granular. Yeah.
Okay. Don't want it too
No,
much.
you ruined it.
Did I ruin it? Oh,
Isn't that cool? This is what it looks like.
We're back here in the kitchen on Cairo Radio. Everyone's oohing and eyeing over Eliza Ward's Christmas basket. Or this is $1,000 basket. I bet you have cheaper ones.
Yes, of course. You
Of
can pick and
course.
choose. I mean, people come to our place for gifts, and certainly we have a whole price range.
Right, exactly.
This is like the ultimate foodie gift basket.
This is
Well, you
like-
can go $10. You can go $1,000. I
Right,
mean,
this
that's
is
the
like-
beauty of shopping.
This is like what I was thinking about when I put this together was, a lot of people come to our place for food gifts. Food's a great gift, especially for people who have everything. Olive oil and vinegar is like the typical, fairly classic gift. But
Great
I was
host
thinking,
gift if you're going to someone's house.
yeah.
Exactly. But then I was thinking, how do you go above and beyond, or how do you meet? Like, there's a lot of people who have olive oil and vinegar that they like. What do you get them? Someone who has everything,
Right.
or someone who is maybe a more in-depth baker or cook.
Can I
who-
just buy this from you after the show so I can give it to my dad for Christmas?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just take the cash. Now that I know you throw away all
Well, you
your
should tell me,
leftovers.
Tom, what in here do we should go through that. You can tell me what you like.
Well,
or
you tell
can
me
talk
what
about
we
it,
got
and then
here
Loretta
today.
can
So
make
we're
a mental
talking with
note.
Eliza Ward of Chef Shop down at 1425 Elliott, right by the Magnolia Flyover. If you're there, there's Seattle Fencing Club. You can see the
Yeah.
sign. So
Yep.
one of the best signs in Seattle is
I
the
love their
masked
Oriole
guy with the
sign.
AP.
Exactly. Sticks
Yeah.
out. We're
Yeah.
in that big parking lot right next to them is a shared lot, so people can park there because I know parking is an issue at our store.
Issue. It is
Big
definitely
issue,
an
but
issue.
but park in that big gravel lot and then you're good.
I go before 3 so I can park right on the street in front.
Yeah, you can do that too, but you kind of take your life into your hands when you open up
Well,
your
you know,
door.
I'm-
You got to be
I'm
careful.
I'm a dangerous dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Anyway, so tell us
brave.
some of the coolest things in there. You opened up something already.
Okay, so
So, and we're to be clear, we know that this isn't for everyone. We know this is
Correct.
special little things.
we've
You don't
kind of
have to buy this kind of salt.
Yeah, pick one
No.
or two of them.
No, this is
Yeah.
for the person, if you want it depends. There's like this salt, which is a traditional salt from the Philippines. It's called Asin Timbuk. They don't make that many of them. It's a very labor intensive process. It's for the person who literally has everything. So this is
Uh-huh.
a great alternative where they're not going to have it, but also it's kind of a project. It's kind of like they give
looks
it
like
to you and
a-
they have to figure out, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
thing?
Well, it
It
comes
looks like
in
a
a
bird
be-
feeder.
Yeah,
What
it
is
comes in a beautiful basket.
That basket,
First of
and
all,
they call this the dinosaur egg of salt.
Yeah,
so
that
the
is
salt
what it
dinosaur
looks
egg
like.
looks
And you
like.
just break it off?
You break it off, and then you take these chunks out, and then you use your xylus grater to kind of grate it on your food. That's the way they do it.
Okay.
I don't know if the Philippines they have xylus. Traditionally they didn't have xylus graters, but that's typically what you see chefs doing here
Okay.
with this
So
particular
you're
item.
grating the salt. All right.
Yeah.
Good. What's next?
So the other thing I wanted to highlight was we're beginning to get our new harvest oils in, either novellos or just the first of the harvest. So we have 2. We're getting 2 more shortly. So if you do want to give an olive oil and you want to give something a little bit more special, it's the beginning of the harvest. It's the most flavorful oil. And so we have this one from Sicily and this one in stock from Tuscany.
So those kind of oils are always vintage dated, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you'll see it'll say something on there and it'll
Yeah.
say, yeah, exactly. None of my oils do not have a harvest date on them. So we're getting through the 2024s, which is last year. Now we're in the 2025 harvest, and next year is 2026, but 2025 harvest is the current harvest
I
once
see.
we get into 2026, right? Because it's just there.
What's the most unusual thing in your basket? If you're watching us on YouTube, you can see the basket. It's chock full.
What's the most unusual thing? Oh, well, how about cod liver?
Cod
You guys
liver.
like cod liver?
My mom used to make us take that. So
That's
I
cod
kinda-
liver oil.
Oh yes, it is. So cod liver.
Cod liver, which comes in tins, it's over there in the corner of the basket. It's in our conservas section, is so delicious. You cannot imagine. It's like an alternative to pate, really. It's very soft. It's not super fishy, just a little bit. It's lightly smoked. And honestly, I was skeptical. And then about 2 weeks ago, I thought, okay, customers keep telling me about this thing and how delicious it is. They come in, they buy it in multiple cans. They'll come and they'll buy, like, sadly, I have it in my basket, but one of my customers came in like yesterday, the day before, and just bought everything I had because she was worried that I was going to run out. Now I have run out because of her. So anyway, we opened it at home, and you just smear it on crackers. You can add a little lemon if you want to make a little pate. There's oil in the can that you can sop up. I mean,
Uh-huh.
literally, like, people were sopping up the oil in the can with bread because it was so delicious.
Oh.
so add it to your cheese plate, your holiday cheese.
Yeah, you
plate
can make a little
type.
pate out of it and just eat it.
Uh,
It's
One of the
delicious.
things that I bought at your shop that you kind of talked me into, and I got it home, didn't use it for a few months, then broke it out. I mean, came to my mind for some reason, and black sesame paste in a little bag. Do you still have that product?
We do. Do we? I don't know if we have the black in stock right now, but yeah, it's delicious.
delicious.
Japanese sesame,
Yeah.
black sesame paste. Wadaman does a great job with their sesame seeds.
What do you do
just
with
are
it?
Master toaster.
You can make a black sesame vinaigrette. You can add it
Oh,
to
yeah.
a vanilla ice cream. Make a black sesame ice cream.
Anything you'd use with tahini.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it will turn your tahini a little gray.
Right.
Oh,
What about adult stocking stuffers?
Oh yeah, we have a great selection of adult stocking stuffers. In fact, I gave your audience an example of that. So, those are chocolate covered cherries with grappa. I also have
in a beautiful little box.
in a
It's
beautiful
so
little
festive.
box.
Yes.
And alcohol makes it for adults, right? You don't want to get that for your child. Maybe you do. I don't know.
I'm giving it to mine before bed.
You
Bedtime.
can try that.
Yeah.
And then also, I want to highlight a little bit, like, if you have bakers in your family, we have some great baking ingredients, like the red walnuts that I'm sharing with you guys today. Very unusual ingredient, delicious if you love walnuts. We have, wild cocoa from Bolivia in a bag in a baking section. We have our cocoa powder, which of course is one of the best cocoa powders in town. Have you guys used my cocoa powder at all? Have you?
I don't personally, because I don't make a lot of chocolate desserts, but
So that's a great gift if you want to just up someone's game. If there's someone in your life who makes chocolate desserts, it's a great option. And the other option is like, bitters, chocolate bitters. It kind of, it could go in your bar, it can go in your kitchen. If you make chocolate
Uh-huh.
desserts, chocolate bitters is a great add.
Never would have thought of that.
you know what I buy at your shop also is sodium citrate when I want to make my
Yeah.
own cheese sauce. Yeah.
We have a few molecular gastronomy type ingredients as well.
Speaking of which, I saw some balsamic balls in there.
Oh yeah, we have sphericized white balsamic vinegar makes a great adult stocking stuffer too.
Uh-huh. So much fun stuff. If you've never taken a time to peruse the Chef Shop store itself, you can go online too, right?
Yep, absolutely.
But the store itself is a fun walk, and you get to see Eliza pretend like she's in the 1800s, ringing everything up by one thing at a time at the register.
It's
How do
very
other
charming.
people do it? Not one thing at a time. They just kind of put the basket out there and it all.
Magic. But give yourself more time
And
than
she
you
has
think.
a lot of little elves helping you around the
Mhm.
shop.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And thanks for the gifts for our listeners today, our watchers here in the studio. And I thank you for that fruitcake. I know I'm the only guy that eats fruitcake, but
we do have an event this weekend, by the way. So if you want to come down on Saturday and Sunday and taste some stuff and recipes, we put some stuff together. Miley's done a great job pulling all that together. Come on down.
perfect.
Awesome. Thanks,
1425 Elliott. When we come back, it's time for Barley Soup on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM. You sell barley, right? Don't you have some
We have barley.
farro or
We have farro. We don't
same,
have barley.
same diff.
We don't have barley, but farro, yes.
Why don't you stay on for a minute? Maybe we can tie in some more of these items.
Okay. I didn't talk about the fruitcake because, when in doubt, you can always give fruitcake.
That is, most people don't want that as a present.
Did you taste it?
I love fruitcake. You don't have to convince me. It's 99.9% of the rest of the world you have to convince.
Right here.
I bought the tools to make it, but I haven't done that.
It's just sphere-sized white balsamic. They're really delicious. You can use them kind of like caviar alternative or put them on salad. It gives you that little citrusy pop. The tin's so pretty.
I love that fruitcake.
You do? It has egg in it. I can't. I'm not risking it.
This one does?
I'm sure it does. Probably, right?
Just look at the. You have that fruitcake box there? Does it have eggs in it or not?
Eggs.
Eggs.
Are the red walnuts in California? Or are they
California.
California? Nice. It's a fun
Okay, we're back here in the kitchen at the Hot Stove Society Show. Eliza Ward has stayed with us from Chef Shop for a minute here to talk a little bit about our next subject. What do we got going on?
Hearty barley soup. I know you
Party
barley
barley
Ooh,
soup.
hearty
Wow.
party barley soup. I like it.
Well, to me, it's the kind of soup you can build a party around.
Totally.
Because it's, I love to do Rebelita parties, but you could also build a party around the big hearty soup because it's a one-dish meal then.
Yeah.
Right? So Eliza, we didn't really get to talk about that Trappist Abbey fruitcake in the last segment, but I wanted to jump into an ingredient I buy at your shop once in a while is the farro, which to me is a substitute for pearl barley, right? Either one works.
Yep.
And I've seen it both raw and toasted farro, roasted farro. Do you have both of those, or is it
We just have the plain.
the plain
farro.
farro? Okay. Tell me about it.
Are you
Why
talking
do you have it? Because it doesn't seem like something you would have at Chef Shop.
Oh, well, we have a lot of just ingredients at Chef Shop. I mean,
Right.
we're sort of known for both. Like at this time of year, we have a lot of confections and stuff like that. But normally people come for hard to find ingredients, very typically, or just very high quality ingredients. So farro is just something we've carried forever. The Italians, of course,
But
eat a
you
lot of farro.
you sell the local Skagit Valley
We do.
organic, right?
We do.
And lentils as well.
Lentils, we do local lentils as well. So so we have a whole beans and dried legumes section and dried grain section, rices, quinoa, all that.
Yeah, I think we often, when we talk about your shop, we often talk about the more extravagant items. But to me, it's a good place to go when you're looking for that
Yeah,
one.
or like the
I was looking for
packaged,
orange peel one time. You have a beautiful orange,
Candied orange peel.
candied orange
Yep.
peel.
We have an extensive baking section. We have also exotic peels like the ones that are in this basket from Japan, sort of, yuzu, anamatsu, sort of typical Japanese citrus peels too. So we kind of go all over.
All right. Hearty barley party soup.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite soups,
Mm-hmm.
especially this time of year, right? I make a big batch. You know why?
Because you've got the coolest pot to do it in.
I have that. You're right.
Large,
40
You know what
gallon?
else?
larger freezer.
A large freezer. You know what else?
What?
I have a charcoal grill that makes the most beautiful brisket.
Oh,
And to
yes.
me, when I'm making barley soup, I don't want a pot roast as my beef. I want a slow rolled brisket that's been on my grill for maybe 12 hours.
Mhm.
And then I cut it. I eat the fresh brisket, but then whatever's left over, I make my soup out of. And that's part of the key for me of making the hearty barley soup. So I love that subtle smokiness, the barley. And the other thing I do in my soup is only beef stock. You know, I make a lot of chicken stock, but this one it has to have beef stock because it has a viscosity about it, right?
Okay, yeah.
Richness about it. And then to me, sometimes the barley gets lost. I don't think you have to have a ton of beef.
Mhm.
If I was to do a ratio, I would say 1 part beef to 5 parts barley.
Oh,
Because your
okay.
beef is going to break up. You've already got beef stock. You just don't want it to be, you're not trying to eat a pot roast, right? You're not trying to eat a whole bowl of meat. You're trying to have a soup. So those are 3 kind of my
So
rules.
it's like a brothy barley soup with an accoutrement of beef.
Yes.
Almost. Okay.
But what we
I think
did,
people get confused, especially in our country. We always think more is better when it comes to the protein.
Mhm.
And if like, I think the classic example is the Chinatown barbecue window, right? When you buy char siu down in the Chinese barbecue pork, you buy a 1/4 pound and you make what's the word? What's the little dumpling? Wonton soup
Mhm.
with a little slice in each bowl. You don't put a 1/2 pound in each bowl, right? So
well, when you let us on the barley cook along, beef barley cook along for Pike
The
Market Food
Senior
Bank.
Center,
Yep,
yeah,
the senior
food
center. That was
bank,
really
yeah.
fun. But we did tons of veg, and that's
Yeah.
what I loved about it. So
Yeah.
it was the beef was just a small bit of it. The barley was, what ratio would you say? It was. I would say the vegetables were.
well,
very-
we did about, if you remember, we put the barley in each
Yep.
quart container so that we had even distribution.
Mhm.
I thought that was like a really good tip if you're making a soup like that to keep in your freezer, like you're making a big batch and you know that you're going to keep some in your freezer, is that you laid out all the containers and you scooped the barley in on
cooked
its own, the
barley,
cooked
yeah.
barley in on its own into each container before putting the brothy soup with the beef and the vegetables over it, because the barley will sink in your soup and you'll end up with some containers of soup that have a ton of barley and some that have none.
Mhm.
So by doing it in individual portions first and then adding the soup over top, you make sure that each portion gets like the right ratio.
And to be clear, I mean, you
That
have
was
to be
like
making,
a good chefy tip to me, because
Yeah.
I would have just dumped it
Mhm.
in and
you
hoped
have
for
to
the
be
best.
making a lot of soup to even worry about that. We were
Right.
making almost 200 quarts, 165. I think I ended up 165 quarts of
Yeah.
soup. And so it does help on your vegetable distribution.
And can barley get overcooked?
It can, but it's probably not as harmful, say, as sometimes what people do to pot roast
Right.
when they just cook the crap
like-
out of it.
Like my mom doesn't put her pasta or rice in with a soup if she's putting it in the freezer.
Uh-huh.
She keeps it on the side because she feels like the pasta gets overcooked
Too funky.
when you're reheating.
feel that
it.
way
And
about the
so
barley.
yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
it
seem.
can
And
s-
farro would be the same,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
And barley has gluten. Less,
Yes.
it does less so than wheat.
Mhm.
So, what would be a good gluten-free option if you're doing the same process?
Death.
What about quinoa or wheat? Farro.
You tell
farro
me.
Is,
Farro is wheat.
farro is
Yeah.
wheat. So then I would say brown rice,
Yeah.
quinoa, or maybe buckwheat.
Rice
but
will disintegrate
rice will
more
disintegrate.
so.
Yeah.
Brown would
Even
be
brown?
less so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a delicious brown rice. Delicious.
You have delicious brown rice.
Yeah.
Where's it from? What makes it special?
It's from California.
Mhm.
I have no idea why it's so delicious. It's just like every time I eat it, I think, oh my God, this is like, and I cook it like a white rice. I put it in the rice cooker on the white rice setting. The only thing is you can't let it sit in the cooker for too long.
It dries up.
It gets too overcooked. It gets mushy.
Mm.
What I don't like about brown rices sometimes is they get kind of mushy,
Uh-huh.
or they get kind of, in this case, it's just like this perfect balance of bite and flavor that if you cook it and then right when it's done, you just stir in a bunch of butter and some salt and it's
Mm.
just perfect.
Keep the
Perfect.
toothiness.
Exactly. You get some toothiness, but not too much.
I cooked brown rice last night. It was a sprouted, then roasted brown rice with half coconut water and half water. So I wanted that
Oh,
essence
interesting.
of coconut, but
Oh.
not
Yep.
overwhelming. And
Yep.
a couple of cinnamon and star anise pods in there. So
Mm.
With the oxtail bun.
that was for a
That's
different. That was for the vegetarian.
It's
entree
hard to
last
keep
night.
keep
Nice.
up with you.
But same
you know.
tasting.
Yeah.
That was about the same tasting,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Oh,
we had a
okay.
vegetarian
So-
entree.
Okay.
So what do we do if we're making the barley soup and we don't have your great
The-
smoker that you
the
put
brisket?
your brisket in?
Let's be clear, it's not, well, I guess it would be considered a smoker because I put it on low and slow, but if you can use pot roast meat, you can use stew meat, just cook it down, right? I'm just saying it's a different texture, and the smoking or the on the grill adds a different flavor profile to
yeah.
your base soup.
But
And
you
I
like
will also say that my wife doesn't love the smoky quality. I do. So I usually eat the soup when she's at the farm.
So could you order like extra takeout from Jack's Barbecue and use your
100%.
extra brisket and your
100%.
soup or
You
something?
could
Yeah.
also go
Yeah.
chicken or turkey or lentils.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
You
Mushroom.
can't make beef barley soup with chicken or
That's
turkey
why
or
it's
lentils.
called party barley soup, not beef.
how do you season your brisket?
Salt and pepper. I try not to put much on because I don't like the burn that happens to the spices. If I want to add spices, I want the fresh spices in the soup. But for generally, it's this particular soup is more thyme, and I use up everything. It's like when I make fondue or cheese sauce, I use up all my cheeses, not just one cheese,
Gotcha.
but lots and lots of herbage. Again, at the end, because you cook the aroma out of the herbs if it stays in there too long, right?
Always
So
add
you,
them
you
last.
put herbs in the base, and that gives you one layer of flavor, and then you finish with herbs at the end to give you that fresh or aromatic flavor.
and always fresh or sometimes dried.
It's always fresh for me, but I keep an herb garden.
But dried's better than none. So
Yeah, exactly. But dried tastes dried to me. Like when you use dried thyme compared to fresh thyme, it's a very different flavor profile.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So hearty barley party soup.
Love it.
And I have invested in walkable soup cups, bowls.
Oh,
They have a
yes.
handle on them. They're ceramic. They're really cute.
The French
and it-
ones with the little
Yeah,
white.
they look like an onion soup bowl.
Yeah.
But then when you have a party of 30 or 40 people without chairs for everyone, they can take them anywhere they go. Sit out on the front porch, wherever
good
it is.
idea.
Yeah.
Love it.
Good idea.
I keep them here at the hot stove.
I'm gonna have to find them.
So I bought them for my Rebelita party. Yeah, good fun. $3 a piece. Thank you very much. You could buy a lot instead of with that salt thing that you have over there. You didn't even talk about the cheese that you have over there.
Oh, so this weekend, yeah, we're gonna have smaller chunks of our Parmesan cheese available in the store for our
Great.
event.
I'm coming in. Okay, next up, Michelle Douglas is here. She's the sister of a very famous chef in Seattle. Some people consider her a gravy god. She's she's the CEO of the Emergency Food Network, the hub of supplying millions of meals across Pierce County. On Cairo Radio, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
Thank you.
Sean, you're going to have to do some editing on that.
Went a little over.
Wow, you've had your breakfast already? How was it?
That looks beautiful. Did you buy? No.
yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, I just keep getting your elbow.
So pretty. It does.
I can come in for this. I'm going to. Thank you. You and everybody else.
Right in there.
I bought those boozy. You don't put them in your Manhattans, but you just eat them. Put them over ice cream or something. They're
Uh-huh.
really good.
Yeah. Look in the camera. Get on the camera. He's like pretty boy over there.
Yeah. Don't get in your spotlight.
Yeah.
Can't block the sun.
Jeez, that's good.
Well, that's why he grew tall, so he could go over my head because he can't get through my body.
Go over him, under him, but you can't go through him.
How's everyone doing? Did you try try your cherries? Or are you saving them?
I say
I love the fruitcake.
That product is foul and wrong.
Fruitcake?
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember Mr. Jackson's?
Yes,
Or
I
the
do.
Lions Club fruitcake? That's why you think it's foul. Did you try this?
I did. It's got bad memories.
It helps blind people.
Yeah, some things cannot be overcome.
Yeah, we always had Mr. Jackson, always part of the Lions Club.
hmm
They always raise money for the blind. I think it was just the blind, right? Not the blind. I think it was just the blind. Will you look up Lions Club fruitcake and see if that's the case?
Still a thing?
I was curious if it's still a thing or not.
Yeah,
They sat in our refrigerator downstairs for years.
Oh God, that remember how they always felt like we could reuse the donut oil forever, and there'd be the giant vat of donut oil
No,
in
I
the
don't know what you're
downstairs.
talking about. Who made donut oil?
Dad,
Really?
Yeah. but
I
it,
just
it would go
remember
for like
Grandpa
2
Fogarty's,
solid years.
Grandpa Fogarty's port cheddar in the crock in the fridge downstairs for
Oh, I
maybe
forgot about
15
that.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Pork cheddar?
Port cheddar.
Port. I was
It's like soft cheddar with port swirled into it, a big swirl of port. P-O-R-T.
yeah.
They're now called Christmas cakes instead of fruit cakes.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
They
But the
have-
Lions
But
Club
they
still
still
makes
sell
them.
Lions Club still sells them?
They are.
Does it still benefit the Association for the Blind and American Blind Society?
Lions Christmas cakes. I got to get to a different site. They go to the proceeds of the sale goes to good use in the community.
In the community.
Mhm.
They've diversified.
That's how we cover general operating.
There you go.
All right, we're back here in the kitchen on Cairo Radio, the beautiful Hot Stove Studios in downtown Seattle, 4th and Virginia at the Hotel Andra. If you've never come and visited, you don't have to come to a class. You just come and take a look around. It's
Yeah.
super fun. It seems like every night when I'm here, when I'm doing a class, somebody walks in and says,
Yeah.
oh my God, what is this place? Because people are staying in the hotel. They're kind of exploring the hotel and they find us.
Sit by the fire and grab a cookbook and do some reading.
Yeah, because we have a lending library right outside the kitchens here. So it's a good place. And a fireplace. Yeah, that's
Beautiful.
key.
I got so cold working in Neb across the street yesterday that I came and I
Sat by the
sat
fire.
directly in front of the fire and
Oh.
worked for an hour.
Yeah. Could have stayed home, but there's children there.
Yeah, no work gets done there.
Michelle Douglas, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
You are a sort of frequent visitor.
I like to come as often as I can.
Yeah, which is not very often.
It's not very often because it takes 2 hours to get here in the
Exactly.
rain.
Tell us about what you do and how you're saving the world one meal at a time.
Thank you. So I'm the CEO of Emergency Food Network. I'm so delighted we have partners in the room today, Cascadia and our former executive director, Helen. So
Helen, I didn't even recognize
Yep.
you.
Helen and Miriam from the YWCA.
Uh-huh.
So, what we do is we're the main distribution hub for Pierce County. We work with 75 different food pantries and hot meal sites across the county. We had 3.1 million visits last year to our network. We're looking at over 3.5 this year. Food is just, the need for food is exponentially higher than it's ever been. And we distribute about 20 million pounds of food annually across the county. And a lot of that looks like huge bulk produce buys and things like that.
Uh-huh. So explain to people the difference between a food bank and a food distribution center.
Absolutely. So in Washington State, we usually call them food pantries, and that's where the customer goes directly and gets product, right? So they'll go and they'll get their groceries for the week or
Right.
something like
University
that.
Food Bank.
Exactly. And then for us, we're the distribution hub. So we bring in volume. And sometimes, you think about how are you going to move 24 pallets of apples, in those big bins. And what we always say is just divide it by 75. So because we have such a big warehouse that we've built, we have 3 warehouses and we can receive such volume at a time. We bring in 2,200 volunteers in a year. They break
Wow.
up the product and then we sub-distribute it out to the food pantries.
Uh-huh.
So it really makes sense in that there's not a food pantry that can take 24 pallets of apples and get them out before they go bad. But when you have a receiving point like that, you get a high level of efficiency. You can bring in volume. And then also when we're buying, of course, it's cheaper to be able to buy in large quantity and then break it down.
I think that was something I learned from you when we've talked about this before, is that it allows you to say yes to things that maybe you weren't expecting. Like all of a sudden somebody has a semi truckload of potatoes that they don't have a place for.
Exactly.
And you're just large enough to be able to say yes, where a lot of people across the state would have to say no because they physically couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, it's all about being able to take in volume and take it when it's available, right? You can't wait for a shelf to clear up. You have to have the shelf already open. We joke that we proactively plan to be reactive.
Well, I've been involved in this kind of business for quite a long time with Food Lifeline, which is the King County and Western Washington version of your business. And I remember one time when we got a call from the government saying they had 60 semi-trailers of frozen pork products.
Mhm.
And
It's like a dream.
well, it is, but who can take 60
Right.
semis of?
Yeah.
We could,
Yeah.
right? Because we had partners, right? Rainier Cold Storage, places like that. But you have to build that in your community, those partnerships for you to be the most effective.
Exactly. We're part of in Pierce County what's called the Transportation Club, and that's like the port and all of our big truckers and so forth. And they do a fundraiser for us every year. We had that on Monday, and I was looking out across that room, and I was like, "Oh, this is where we get our trucks. These guys do cold storage for us. This is who does the labor. Almost the entire club volunteers with us 4 times a year. Like that is the piece that makes this job so amazing. Is there's an entire network of neighbors and community and business coming together, and that's what's keeping Pierce County fed.
Uh-huh.
And
Go ahead.
where do you get your funding? How does this all work?
Well, that is a great question. So EFN is about 40% different government funded. So federal, state, county, city funding. We have large events that we also get money from, individuals, and then business and grantors. So
Okay.
foundation grants. So in nonprofits, you want to be what's called a three-legged stool.
Yeah.
And so we're pretty well balanced for that. But I mean, one of the things that's happening in emergency food that's pretty staggering is what's happening with the federal government. So we've lost 19 truckloads of dairy and chicken and things like that this year, $1 million worth of local food purchasing for farmers, just all of those kinds of things that are ending. And then during the shutdown, I mean, we have never seen traffic like that.
During the government shutdown.
During the
last
government
month,
shutdown, yeah. So our website, we run a large interactive map, and usually we have about 2,500 hits a month. We had 11,000 in October.
Oh my.
Yeah, people are hitting the food system right now and are desperate in a way that we just haven't experienced.
Well, you get somebody living paycheck to paycheck, and next thing you know, they don't have one for
2
a month.
paychecks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're on the edge of eviction, and now they have all of these extra fees because they couldn't pay their rent on time. They certainly don't have any money for groceries.
Right. It's fascinating.
Do you have a prepared meal program, or do you see that the pantries are like moving food into prepared meals?
So prepared meals are interesting. They're really expensive. We do not have a prepared meal program. We do home delivery. So we deliver to people's houses using volunteers, DoorDash, and Amazon. But that's like a grocery box that's packed by our friends at Cascadia. And it goes out to 300 families, a week, and they get delivery twice a month. So it's pretty fantastic. But the prepared meals is kind of a different world than we get. That said, we work with a lot of dietitians. And so as we've gotten this influx of fresh Washington product this year from some great grants from the state, we've asked them to put together items that are on our website now that are like how to cook potatoes, how to freeze them, how to keep them, right? You've got an abundance. How are you going to take care of it? It does not work. I think it's really important in the food world to understand you cannot give a potato to somebody that is unhoused.
Yes.
Right. And so we are seeing this abundance of amazing fresh Washington produce like onions and apples and pears and potatoes. And nothing like that is going to work for somebody that's unhoused. So I think it's just important to hold on to kind of both of those pieces, but we really try to get recipes out there. Sunchokes, an abundance of sunchokes.
Why wouldn't you? They're the worst thing on the
Oh
planet.
my God.
Yeah.
Teaching people how to cook sunchokes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would solve our energy issue. Yeah, they're not my favorite.
Yeah. And you do backpack program, right? Are you on a board for a backpack
Yeah.
program?
And they're kind of they don't do prepared either,
Mhm.
but they do like ready to eat
Mhm.
essentially. So they don't do fresh either, because for the unhoused population that doesn't
Yeah,
have
fresh isn't so great
refrigerators,
in a
yeah,
backpack
fresh
either.
isn't great. So there's a lot of cup of noodles, a lot of, mac and cheese.
We try
things
to
like
find a
that, yeah.
balance between them, because also a lot of our seniors, right, they're not up for cooking a whole head of broccoli. So
Mhm.
Really?
No.
My
They're like-
mother always did. Our mother always did. She
Yeah.
loved her broccoli.
absolutely hated her spinach though. Did you ever notice that? She'd
I did not
casually
know
slip
that.
that onto Dad's plate.
I did not. I love spinach. That's so
I
funny.
love spinach.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did
So-
not know that.
But I mean, I think if I were going to leave you with a couple things today, I would tell you that the food, the amount of people needing food is up 160% since pre-COVID. Right here in our neighborhood, like 1 in 4 people went to a food pantry in Washington State last year. That is kind of staggering
Yeah.
when you think about how many people you interact with in a day. If you start dividing that out, that's a lot of people that are needing emergency help right now. And there is no
Even the
end.
farmers need emergency help with the flooding
Mm.
going on right now.
Yeah, the
All these
flooding
farms are
is
underwater.
insane. Yeah. There is so much. Like, I think, we really saw this during COVID. So many people are living one paycheck away from disaster. They have less than $400 in savings. All of that is gone. Like, we are at a point where the network and the safety structure is so incredibly stretched at this point that literally being able to go to a food pantry and get some food is the difference between eating and not eating at all.
Or maybe the difference between paying your utility bill and not eating.
Yeah,
you know.
or for your insulin or
Yeah,
whatever it
mhm.
is that you need to keep going. A
Mhm.
toothache or a car repair is devastating.
Right.
So how can people help out?
Time, talent, and treasure.
Okay.
So we love the
Where'd you learn
volunteers.
that?
I might have learned that from Helen McGovern or you or, anybody that's been doing this kind
Right.
of work a long time. But we need the volunteers. Also, like, I have a free thing that every single person can do, which is share resources. You never know who's hungry and who's never had to use the system before and doesn't know how to get to it.
Mhm.
We can take $1 and leverage it into 2 meals thanks to our volunteers and
Wow.
this huge buying power. So we always want
Treasure.
we always want treasure. And talent is an amazing thing, whether that's connecting, being an ambassador, doing volunteer work,
Getting on the board.
getting on a board, supporting our food network partners, all of it. Everything, we all have an opportunity, and I would say an obligation to keep
Yeah.
our neighbors fed. And there are so many ways to have that sometimes feels overwhelming every day, but
Mhm.
everybody has the power to do good.
Mhm.
I think that's a really good point. And one thing that's really helped me about being on the backpack board is like I've picked my thing. So when it feels so overwhelming of like there's so much need, what do you do? Everything feels bad, blah, blah, blah. Like having a thing that I've picked has really helped channel that
Mhm.
anxiety into action. And I think everybody can do that. Everybody can pick the thing that they are going to own as their cause, their energy, their
Yeah.
empathy,
Beautifully said.
and just put your work towards that.
Put your anxiety
100%.
towards it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Pick your lane and use your power for good.
Yeah.
It's so clear.
Okay. Cam, where are we at, bud?
We're done.
I feel like we're done.
We're
Okay.
done.
Sorry,
cut
did
it
I-
off.
Well,
Way
you
over
over there looking at his shoes, and I didn't know if you.
Usually somebody's
You know what? I
holding
think
up
it's
their-
dark right there. I think
Oh.
that's why Tom couldn't see that, because when you
Oh.
stand,
Usually
So what do we
somebody's
have
holding up
right
their
now?
fingers for
We're
me.
over time.
yeah.
We're overtime.
Yeah.
We're overtime. People want to hear more.
But that last sentence was so good. Don't cut that.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. When we come back, Michelle's going to stay with us. We're going to talk a little bit about how my family, my mother with a budget, stretched family meals into enough for 10 people every meal, every day. On Kybro Radio, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
Okay.
Now stop looking at your shoes, buddy. I'm over there. Who's calling me? Hi, Helen.
Oh.
What?
No way.
That was not worth
That
it.
you made a
Ellen.
big mistake.
Oh, that's
I was just there for a week and I got stuck in the airport. Yeah. Well, thank you. That's very kind.
That's sweet.
I mean, I think she was coming to see me.
I
not
think
you.
she was not. And our friends from Cascade and mom's what's the name?
Microgreens.
Mom's microgreens. Is that what it is? Micro garden.
Yeah.
There you go.
And your nephew, we've got generations here.
This guy, he's not even awake yet.
I
Have
can't
you ever
believe
been
he
up
was
this,
here at 8
have you
a.m.
ever been up this early?
Did he sleep in the car on the way up?
Have you ever been up this early before? Really?
Yesterday, he's like, it's really early. And I was like, do you want a coffee or a tea?
You didn't let him off the hook?
No, I need the carpool lane.
While you're being used.
Huh?
Used.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
I'd have been here at like 10 if without him.
Wow. How's that feel? Getting used? Do you feel like you have tire tracks on the back of your head? there?
In the trunk with you.
We're back here in the kitchen on Cairo. I'm Tom Douglas.
I'm Loretta Douglas.
And we got Michelle Douglas, my youngest sister, joining us on the mic. She's the director of the Emergency Food Network in Pierce County. We grew up in the same household, sort of.
Sort of.
How old were you when I left?
5.
5. And you were, my brother was 20, or was he out of the house before you were born?
Like right about the same time. I
Right
remember him practicing karate on me when I was like
And me too,
small. Man, that back kick was ferocious.
The good news is that I have the physique of a sumo wrestler. So that takes care of some karate.
Yeah.
Plus, I held onto the piano until I broke the leg off and it crashed down. Yeah.
Is that your fault? Okay.
Yeah.
I never tracked that.
Anyway, we have 5 living sisters in our house.
Yep.
6 total and a brother.
Hmm.
And one of the miracles in life is that my mother, our father never made more than $36,000 a year
Isn't that crazy?
in his whole career. And somehow or another, she got through on a budget.
Yep.
And as far as I know, we never visited a food pantry. Do you know if
She said that she had gotten help from like grandma and stuff, but
from grandma,
when I
yeah.
asked her, but she said she'd never been to a food pantry.
yeah. So how that all happened, it's like it's the loaves and fishes story in our own household.
Yeah.
But a lot of it was her working on a budget. I know my dad left on Monday, came back Friday,
Traveling salesman.
traveling salesman. And I know he gave her they figured it out together, the
Yep.
budget they had for our
100%.
household. I also know that she did not go to the store every day. She would often send us like, go get this as an ingredient. But I remember going with her to the A&P and getting like 4 or 5 shopping carts loaded up for the week.
Well, she did. I mean, I think she always told me the story of, until she moved to Delaware, she didn't drive. So she
Uh-huh.
could only go to the grocery store on the weekend when dad
when
was
dad
home.
was back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So maybe that's why she got started on that
Yeah.
one big trip. And
That's
each
crazy. You have all those kids. Heaven forbid you forget something that you
Yeah.
need or
Oh.
And
run
no
out.
small store nearby
Yeah.
like here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lists. She had very large grocery lists.
Yeah.
What's the other thing she always went to the store with her list?
Her coupon.
Her coupons. She was an avid coupon collector. And
Awesome.
when she died, there were still lots of coupons.
Between the coupons and the recipes. Oh my God.
yeah. Yeah.
So many things.
And coupon shopping is interesting. You can go look in the Sunday paper and there's like $500 worth of coupons in the paper.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a coupon shopper the whole time Clay was growing up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Clay, the guy you dragged here this morning so you could take the carpool lane, that
Exactly.
Clay?
That
same
Clay. He's 26 now. All grown.
All grown. Bex, tell us about your family's situation and how you spread food around.
Currently, or how I grew up?
Well, currently you're a bazillionaire, so
Well, how we grew up was pretty modest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And coupons for sure. And we had dinner every night at 5. And it was simple, but, overcooked broccoli and canned beans and that kind of stuff. But some delicious stuff.
Yeah,
But
we never had fresh broccoli. We always had frozen broccoli.
right.
Yeah.
Did
right.
you guys have, or did grandma have a kind of stable of recipes that she repeated, or did she find new things to make often and try different things?
For me, as I remember, it was a combo. So,
Okay.
I mean, my mom loved a new recipe and constantly cut recipes out of magazines and so forth. But she had a really set repertoire as well. I also really remember, like during the week dinner when my dad was gone, was way more economical than weekend dinner.
Mhm.
So, tons of like fresh tomatoes from her garden stuffed with tuna fish. I never need to eat that again. It's like so
Stuff with tuna fish. I don't
yeah.
remember that.
Oh my
dude.
God. She would cut out the top in a triangle so it looked really fancy.
Uh-huh.
And then it would just be stuffed with mayonnaise drenched
Like tuna
fish.
salad. Yeah.
Yeah, straight from the can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of that kind of thing.
Mhm.
We always had a really big vegetable garden. But a lot of the produce and things like that was frozen.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember her being much of a canner other
No.
than strawberry jam and
Yeah.
she
And
she
watermelon
loved her
pickles.
watermelon pickles and freezer jam she made every
Yeah.
year.
It's funny. I asked our other sister Sherry last night. I was like, "What did you hate the most?" And hers was,
That's so negative.
well, I mean, some
Mom
of
will
it-
slap you upside the head.
Yeah, chicken a la king. I think
Chicken
she's-
a la king.
Yeah, and also the canned water chestnuts. She was like,
Mm.
that texture, that flavor, yuck. Because she would make chicken chow mein as well.
Right.
So much chicken.
I cannot imagine Grandma making chicken chow mein. That's
Oh, she was so fancy on that
funny.
day.
She always
Yeah.
bought the fried noodles, the crispy
Yeah.
fried noodles
Yeah.
to put it
The
on.
canned water chestnuts,
Yeah.
and then the soy sauce straight from that was the seasoning. It
Wow.
was very fancy.
Clever.
That's funny.
So how do you apply how would you approach economical cooking now today?
Me personally,
Yeah.
to me, the most underutilized cut of meat out there is pork butt.
Okay.
And it's actually the shoulder of the pig. And you can find it out there oftentimes, especially in Chinatown, for $3 a pound.
Okay.
It's a solid, marbled, delicious pork roast. Much more delicious, say, than the little bit more expensive pork loin,
Mm.
right? Because the shoulder is all marbled and braises beautifully.
Freeze is great.
Freeze is great. I mean, to me, that's the most underutilized cut
Protein.
out there.
Okay.
Protein.
And then
out
what
there.
would you what are the different economical meals you could make?
Well, on that, if you ever come to one of our classes here, Bex, you'll see Xiao Ching Chow makes beautiful red pork, where she cooks it down in soy sauce and some thick sweet soy and things like that. Star anise pods and just makes a beautiful braised pork. And then you just pick that. Again, I think I said earlier that people around the world don't eat protein like we do,
Mm-mm.
right? They'll take that red pork and they'll make 10 meals out of it using it in different ways, whether it's pork chow mein, pork in a soup. But you're talking about in a 1 pound meal, you're talking 2 ounces of protein, whereas we think of it as
50%.
12
or
ounces of
something. Yeah.
protein,
Yeah.
and then the rest is
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
starch.
Well, and
So-
I think I would, when I'm trying to kind of get something big and stretch it, it's like I will make it with a really neutral seasoning, that pork butt, and then shred it or do whatever I want, and then add like 3 different sauces. Like we love a sauce in my house, so I might add soy sauce, fish sauce, some ginger and garlic to one portion. I might put a container of barbecue sauce over another portion,
I got
and
pulled
I
pork
might
sandwiches,
put a
right?
container of salsa over another portion.
Now you got
And
Another one I
tacos.
love is pesto. If you mix it with pesto and then just put it over pasta, it's delicious.
Mm.
over pot, and then I
Yeah.
would do pasta with one, I'd do rice with one, and I would do
Yeah.
Asian noodles or something like that with another, and then you have 3 things that taste really different, but you've only used one big block,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the surrounding stuff, the dried pasta, the rice, the lentils, are on the more affordable side.
And outside of, say, some Arab and Jewish communities, everybody's got a way they use pork butt. Look at the Greeks, put it on a skewer, right?
It's so cheap compared to
It's-
everything else.
Compared
Yeah.
to everything, yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, I mean, for people that are not feeling as confident in the kitchen, it's pretty hard to mess up, right?
Yeah, you can
if
overcook it. You can do all sorts of things.
Yeah, I mean, you put it in the crock pot or in the stove and forget it. My big one that I do, and I know unlike you two, I love leftovers.
Uh-huh.
Is that I make soup every Sunday, and then I just take a mason jar to work with me every day, and I know I've got a healthy lunch. I really extend it with beans. I almost always add beans to it, vegetables, rice, some kind of meat usually if I've got it, and if not, I just add more beans.
Yeah.
So
I'm a latecomer to the dried bean world. I've been liking it more and more. You know what I really have fallen for is refried beans, like the kind of
Mm.
puddingish Mexican refried beans.
I love that, but I also love like white beans that are cooked down
Yeah.
and things like that that you
Uh-huh.
can spread on toast or have in soup or that kind
Uh-huh.
of thing. I think we really don't think about that as much as a country, but everywhere else in the world, you're right. They're not eating meat at every meal.
Or much meat at
Yeah.
every meal.
Or
Yeah.
they're stretching it.
Or an egg takes the place of a steak, where
Right.
you had eggs last night. You said it was
Mhm.
like, wow, I never thought about that. But
That's
it's,
a
in many countries, that's a very common dinner item.
Yeah. I eat tofu all the time too.
Oh.
And tofu is really inexpensive.
Yeah, we eat a lot of tofu. And one thing that we'll do is like do half chicken and half tofu in a stir fry, right? Because I like a chicken breast and right now that's more expensive. And so then we'll do, substitute half of what we would have used in chicken with tofu
Yeah.
and it just stretches it out.
All right. If you want to do something good this Christmas season, this holiday season, check out the Emergency Food Network. Go to their website, see where you can jump in. Time, talent, or treasure, or all three. If you're lucky enough
Yep.
to have all three,
Exactly.
join in
Everybody's
all three.
got a place with us.
Exactly. All right. That's Michelle Douglas. We're going to move on to Belinda Kelly, co-author of Drink Your Garden with Sister Venice Cunningham. They were on the show back in March, and we're back at it here for the holiday season. It's Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society show on 97.3 FM.
Yeah, the way I wrote that. So Venice is not here, but I just wanted to say that she was she was co-author with
You
her
don't need
sister.
to say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the future.
Okay. I don't need to say that. Thank you. But she's not here.
She's not here yet?
I
Okay.
need to move to trivia.
Yeah.
Taylor. Taylor. You got it right here.
Yeah, right here. Official family
Take a photo for us.
Everybody say time, talent, and
You drove all this way.
There you go.
Can you shave first, maybe? Can you shave first? Maybe do a little dippity-do in your hair? You know what dippity-do is? Dippity-do? Remember we grew up with dippity-do? Little gel for your hair. Oh, come on.
we'll take
Look
one
at
from-
that.
Let's
Vistas.
see if I can do this.
You the man. It's done.
There's a bunch of them there. You guys have to trade phones. All right.
Okay. Okay. See you shortly. Okay. Sorry about that.
You're welcome.
Oh, this shirt makes me look like a tent. So large.
All right, looks like Belinda's running late, so we're going to move on to our next segment,
Slide around.
which will be trivia.
Should make Michelle and Clay do trivia.
How about my sister? I'd like to crush my sister. Bex,
Michelle,
come up. You too, come up here.
Perfect.
hey, you got to come
Trivia.
too.
Oh, trivia?
Come on,
Team
Clay.
trivia.
It's time to kick your butt.
This is Douglas family trivia.
Love it.
This has got a little family feud thing going on right there.
Let's go. We're family feuding.
The Douglas family trivia. So when you answer, you just got to
What's the
answer real
prize?
close.
The prize is a double.
Can you do that a little better for the camera, please?
This one I taught a little too young how to do that. I now get it every day.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
Is this family trivia?
We'll see.
What's your least favorite meal? I told you mine was chili noodles.
Chili noodles.
I hate that stuff.
Hated that stuff.
Yeah. You had it
What's
good, man.
chili noodles?
Can of
Chili over
Stewed
noodles.
tomatoes,
Stewed
ground
tomatoes.
beef,
and egg noodles.
And my dad, part of his territory was Cincinnati,
Uh huh.
and that's a very popular dish.
Okay.
Yeah. And the
So-
spice was salt and pepper and the smallest amount
Spice.
of chili flake.
You can't even say spice. One clove of garlic
Bland.
for 10 of us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, those are expensive.
That's how we save money.
No.
No.
They repeated it on my mother.
Gotcha.
So when you talk, you have to
You know what that
talk right in
means?
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't
Can
want
you
that again.
ask us some cocktail questions? I have a ringer.
We'll see. It's time for Food for Thought Tasty Trivia brought to you by the gift.
Let's just start again. I
Let's
forgot
just
to
start
clap.
We're back here in the kitchen on Cairo Radio. Time for Food for Thought Tasty Trivia brought to you by Rub with Love products made at our local retail warehouse in Ballard, the Tom Douglas Rub with Love Shack. Retailers like Chef Shop, Made in Washington stores, Pacific Northwest Shop, and all your local grocery stores. If they don't have it, shop somewhere else. Ooh, that's going to get me in trouble. You can also come here to the hot stove. We have
Yes,
the
you
entire
can.
selection right here at the hot stove. Bex, tell us what we're going to do now.
We're going to play trivia, and we've got your sister and nephew here.
Really?
So it's going to be Douglas. It's going to be Douglas all over the place.
It's Family Feud.
Family Feud, as Michelle calls it.
Douglas
Yes.
against Douglas.
Yes, I love it. So, and you
and
guys
what about
haven't.
the hunter version? Aren't you a
Still
hunter?
Douglas.
I am a hunter.
Oh,
Hunter hyphen Douglas.
Hunter hyphen Douglas.
there we
Okay.
go. And then the winner's going to pick out someone in the audience to go through the gift shop and pick up a spice blend by Rub with Love.
Oh.
And
Loretta kept Douglas too, so just so
Yeah.
you know.
I love it. Okay, so we'll start with Loretta so you can see how this is done because you haven't played before, have you?
Nope. I never get to play
Oh, well, here you go.
because I'm the youngest and I'm always left out.
Oh,
Going for
not
sympathy
this
right away.
time.
You should probably tell someone who cares.
Okay, Loretta Douglas, number 1. Which sweet holiday stick candy was originally created in Germany to keep children quiet during church services?
Peppermint sticks, like candy canes.
Candy cane it is. I was going to say they're all over the place right now. You got it. Number 2. Wow.
That was a courtesy laugh right there. Clap.
Number 2. Which warm spice drink often enjoyed at Christmas markets in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland is made with mulled wine and fragrant spices?
I was gonna call it mulled wine.
Well,
So,
it's in Germany. It's called glow
Glog?
wine. Glühwein.
blue vine.
Did you just give that to her?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Glog is the Scandinavian version, and
Didn't you
Glühwein.
say in Switzerland?
Yeah, in Austria, Switzerland, and Germany.
It's not in Scandinavia.
Oh shit.
I believe you went to college. I'm not sure now.
Okay,
Great. I'm doing great.
you're doing great. In the movie Home Alone, what food does Kevin use to make his famous cheese pizza?
I've never seen Home Alone.
You
Wow.
No.
Well, that very old
Uh,
movie, what kind of cheese would someone be using?
My mother used it quite often.
Maybe American single.
Yeah, Kraft. Like
Kraft Velveeta.
Oh, Velveeta.
that-
Well,
Interesting.
that's a generous give there, but that's okay. It's Christmas, right?
Merry Christmas.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never seen it.
Kraft Velveeta.
Oh my God, so much Velveeta at home. Why didn't we bring that up for our trick?
Well, because it wasn't the horrible thing that you think it is. You're a much more diligent soul than I am.
Okay, number 4. On November 25th, 2025, a one-day pop-up apple orchard gave away 20,000 pounds of apples and free hot cider. In which U.S. city did this event take place?
20,000 pounds.
It's
That's
a big
lot of
city.
apples.
Yeah.
Seattle.
New York City, the Big Apple.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I don't
Okay.
think of New York as like a Apple hub, I guess.
Right?
Isn't
Well,
Washington-
Amazon gives away a bunch of bananas every week. We don't call it the big banana.
That's true.
But isn't Washington the apple capital of the United
It
States?
is,
It
but
was
they've
a
got
legitimate guess, I
Yep.
think.
Good guess.
Yep. legitimate guess.
Apparently, they grow a lot in New York too.
Okay, final question is multiple choice. Which nut is traditionally used in German Stollen, the fruit bread dusted with powdered sugar? Oh, walnut, almond, or hazelnut?
Walnut.
It's actually almond
Almond.
because that's what makes the marzipan.
Oh, okay. That was not a good round for me.
2 out of 5. Nice
Good
try.
job. Good job.
Do you need a tissue to wipe those tears off?
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted Michelle and Clay to have a chance. You
Oh,
know?
okay.
Okay, Douglas team number 2, Michelle and Clay.
Come on in. Come in.
Number 1, what is the traditional spirit used to douse and ignite a Christmas pudding?
Brandy.
Brandy it is. Good job.
Did
Number
you see Brandy Carlisle at the figgy pudding?
I did not, but
Oh.
I saw
I
the
heard
video.
that.
and
That's
it was
great.
Good.
Yeah.
What a good person
Yeah.
she is.
That's awesome. Number 2, what traditional Mexican dish is often made together by families during the holiday season, symbolizing unity and generational bonds?
Mole?
Tamales.
Darn it.
But that was a good one.
Yeah.
Number 3, what is the name of the fruit that looks like a tomato, ripens in the fall, and can taste like honey when it's ready? It's orange in color.
Persimmon.
Persimmon it
You
is.
see ours hanging in the back above Eliza back there?
And that's-
are
Those
you
are off our
drying them?
tree
That's amazing.
in Prosser. Yeah.
Nice.
Number 4, which has a higher fat excuse me, Sean, can you help me out there? Number 4, which has a higher fat content and doesn't curdle when heated? Creme fraiche or full fat sour cream?
Creme fraiche.
Creme fraiche it is. It's about 30%, where sour cream is 20% fat. Good job. Final question is multiple choice. In Scotland, as your brother would say, Scotland, what are kilted soldiers? Are they toast strips dipped in soft-boiled eggs? Are they the Scottish name for pigs in a blanket, which are actually sausages wrapped in bacon? Or are they a festive holiday dish of haggis, bites, and gravy?
A.
It's named for pigs in a blanket. B.
Damn.
All right, 3 out of
We're on
5.
the radio, miss.
So are we tied?
No, you're
I'm in the lead.
you're in the
You're
lead.
in the lead, Clay.
You're
We're
in
in
the
the
lead.
lead.
Okay, so now your big brother's going.
Okay, let's
Okay,
distract
Tom.
The
him.
third Douglas clan
The
member.
third, Douglas. Number 1, in English history, what traditional Christmas food did women eat for good luck in their quest to find a husband?
Do I have? Maybe you should ask a woman at the table.
It's something sweet.
Plum pudding,
Gingerbread man.
gingerbread man.
Oh, I
Isn't that
feel
funny?
like there's like a double thing going on there.
Number 2 is multiple choice. What is the exact measurement of a pinch of salt or other seasoning?
A dash. A 16th of a teaspoon.
You got it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You know, I asked Terry this question and he didn't wait for the answers. And he just yelled out 1.5 teaspoons.
1.5.
And it's 1/16. So,
Seems
job.
about right.
number 3, what fast food restaurant is surprisingly popular at Christmas in Japan?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky Fried Chicken it is. Number 4, what gives Windsor red cheese its color and flavor?
I don't even know what Windsor red cheese is.
It has a
It
beautiful
sounds British.
pink red marbling.
I'm going to say, I would hate to say it was beets because that's gross.
Hmm
So I'm going to go with pomegranate.
I'm gonna go with port.
Yeah, it's
Pork.
Bordeaux.
Oh, so I was right.
Okay,
Maybe not.
for a tie with your little sister and nephew. Number 5, whiskey is spelled with an E after the K in Ireland and the US. Whiskey is spelled without the E in Scotland, Canada, and Japan. Which American brand breaks the rule by spelling whiskey to honor Scottish heritage without the E?
There's a lot of whiskey brands out there. You're going
But
to,
there's one.
I'll say the Whistling Pig.
Maker's Mark.
Ah.
The Samuels family chose the spelling in 1959 to reflect their roots. So it's your little sister and Clay, Michelle and Clay. Congratulations.
This might be the worst day of my life because I'm never going to hear the end of this now. But the good news is we get to move on. If you want to be part of our show, you can join the community on YouTube Live at Tom Douglas & Co. or buy a ticket to join us here in the studio at hotstovesociety.com. Show is produced horribly by Becky Guzak, and our technical wizard today, who's staring at his shoes, Cameron Thomas. Our talented editor at Cairo is Sean, please don't call me Del Torre. And by the way, if you missed any episode of the Hot Stove Society show, you can just get it on your local podcast station. Is that true?
That's true.
Okay, good. On Cairo. See you later.
Thanks for listening. Happy holidays.
That was a very lackluster clap for you, just so you know.
We took a picture already.
They were like this.
So we're going to do the promos,
Yeah.
but then we have one other segment after. So we'll just, so you're done. Yep, you're done. Thank you. You did beautifully.
Okay. Oh, she's busy back there. We'll do promos first. Quiet on the set, please. Quiet. Quiet on the set, please. Hi, I'm Chef Tom Douglas.
And I'm Loretta Douglas.
Okay. Just heard that chair. They have to cut this in. That's why it has to be quiet. Hi, I'm Chef Tom Douglas.
And I'm Loretta Douglas.
Today on the Hot Stove Society radio show, holiday food gifts with Eliza Ward of Chef Shop. Michelle Douglas from Emergency Food Network in the Pierce County is going to share how we can all help this holiday season. And festive holiday cocktails with Belinda Kelly, author of Drink Your Garden.
All right. Good job.
Leave it cold.
Clay, you get to choose 3 rubs. Clay gets to choose 3 rubs.
You think I can train that for a signed cookbook?
Sure. No.
Sorry to make you rush over here.
I'm used to that from the cocktail catering world.
How's it been selling? Good. Good. Uh-huh. Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, love it. Pretty cool, huh?
Okay.
Cost me about $10,000 to move that sucker out here.
You just have to pick someone in the audience to be the winner. Are we still on?
There, she already did. I thought she had the 2 ladies.
Nope.
Well, they can be.
I'm going to do your
All right, we're back here in the kitchen on Cairo Radio. It's holiday season around here. We've got lots of classes lined up, so we're moving along today. Belinda Kelly, co-author of Drink Your Garden, is with us right now. You were on the show in March of 2025 when the book first came out, right?
Yes, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Came in and made grapefruit cocktails that day.
Ah. Well, you've got something a little bit more intense today,
Yes, we're going
and
into
I
fall.
recognize the Nocino from Highside over on Bainbridge Island, right?
Yeah, Matt's Nocino is delicious. I thought it'd be a fun treat to bring in. And it's a really nice way. This is usually more of an after dinner drink with Nocino. You see a lot of like martinis and things made with them. But I did a spritz, so it's a little more appropriate for the morning, and paired it with a pumpkin spice syrup. The recipe for that is in Drink Your Garden. You actually like roast a pumpkin and make this really beautiful syrup. What's nice about it is it can go non-alcoholic as well. And then it features a fig, allspice, and peppercorn bitters in there too. So definitely not a sweet drink, but a little lighter with this kind of bubbly finish.
It's delicious. But can you tell people what Nocino is?
Yeah, great question. It's a liqueur, usually in the Italian tradition, made of green or unripe walnuts.
I can taste that little nuttiness.
Yes. Yeah.
Deep. So
Jackie makes a Nocino every year from our walnut tree over at our
That's
farm,
awesome.
and it is, she knows I am not the biggest walnut fan, and it's the only liqueur she makes. Just saying.
Just to keep one thing for
Just-
herself.
Yeah, exactly.
you
But we
use
now have, because I don't drink it, we now have 5 vintages of Nocino stored in different places. One in my wine cellar over there, in the back fridge. Every door I open, it's got a Nocino in it.
I might have to batch some to bring home to Jackie then, because I
Yeah,
seem to be 2 for 2. Because last time I did grapefruit, and you couldn't have that cocktail either because of medication.
right, exactly.
So I'm just great at picking drinks to bring to Utah.
No, actually, this is good. I like it in this way because it doesn't taste. You don't get the tannin that you really get when you eat walnuts, and that's what I
Yes.
don't like about walnuts,
Yeah, trying to bring some balance to what can be like a very bitter, bracing liqueur
Uh-huh.
for people.
which I love. Like I'm a Fernet Branca fan. I don't mind bitter.
But the tannins of
Yeah.
the walnuts, I see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, Belinda, tell people how you became a cocktail expert.
Yeah, I just was really interested in flavor to start. I actually worked at Microsoft years ago in recruiting and event planning. And when I had my first son, Henry, he's actually in the audience today.
Hi, Henry.
Hi, Henry. And Hayes. But I wanted to do something a little different that was a little more family friendly. This is pre-Microsoft days of allowing for a lot of like work-life balance,
Mhm.
home kind of work schedules. So I decided to open a cocktail catering bar. I actually was really into baking.
You and your
Loved
sister.
flavor. Yes. So
You were the
I actually
first
did
of the
the
first
cocktail
one.
thing myself.
Okay.
And just got really into like mixing flavors and making syrups and bitters and tinctures and things, taking what I knew from being a home baker and applying it to drinks because honestly, the margins are better. And then from there, we started making these syrups commercially because my sister was growing on her farm the items that I needed that I couldn't find at farmers markets. And she was like, I have way too much. What do I do with all of it? So we bottled a syrup. And then, 10 years later, we wrote a book about everything we've learned.
Love it.
It's called Drink Your Garden, and it is it's a charming book, recipes, stories, and tips from the Simple Goodness Cocktail Farm.
Yeah.
I want to our farm is named Prosser Farm.
Well, it's very direct. It's not confusing.
Simple Goodness Cocktail Farm.
I think
Sounds
yours is
much
better for
more-
SEO.
much better. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So you brought us. Tell us again about the syrups, because I know that you brought the High Side Nocino, which is a distiller over in Bainbridge Island, right? They make a lot of
Yes. Matt is
different things, Amaros and
doing
stuff.
some cool craft
Yeah.
distilling over there. It's worth a visit. And I always like to highlight a local product. Our bar only has local products that we have out in
Oh, really?
Wilkerson. Yeah, we don't. Our well is like Woodinville. Like everything
Uh-huh.
is locally made.
That's great.
So the syrup in here is the pumpkin spice, which is in the syrup section of the book. So the book isn't just a cocktail book and it's not just a mocktail book. It really goes through drinking from scratch. So
Uh-huh.
it's liquid preservation from A to Z. So you've got syrups, you've got tinctures, you've got bitters, you've got shrubs, you have liqueurs. I don't actually have a Nocino recipe in there. It's a little more approachable because Nocino, not everyone has a walnut tree for one. And then two, it takes like 6 months usually to really like macerate and get the
It
flavor
can
out
go
of
for
those.
years.
It
Yeah.
could go for years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are a little bit faster processes,
Uh-huh.
things like tayberry liqueur
Mm.
and fenolcello, things like that. So it takes you through the whole process of all of the different things. And so I wanted to bring a drink that had an example of multiples of those. So the
Right.
bitters in there is going to be fig, allspice, and
How
peppercorn.
do you make a bitter?
You similar to a liqueur, and the alcohol is the thing that's the solvent that's drawing flavor.
So do you use
You start
like
with a high proof alcohol.
Clear
Yeah.
Springs 160 proof, or
It's fun to actually mix flavors. So you can start with something really neutral like that. But
Uh-huh.
in this one, I actually started with 110 proof bourbon.
Okay.
And so that makes it a little bit more distinctive, a little more deep. You know, you
Right.
have those like nutty flavors of the bourbon already, which is going to go with baking spices and fig and
I
have
see.
this
So
very
you marry up
wintry
where
flavor.
you're going with that, with the kind of alcohol that you use as you
Yeah,
base.
yeah. And if you want something really pure, like you're just all I want to taste is pepper, then you might start with like a 151 or something.
Okay.
Mm.
And what about if you're a non-alcohol person? Can you make a tincture without alcohol?
You can, it's harder.
It's harder.
And so the book doesn't cover that because glycerin is a much weaker solvent. It's a little bit harder to coax flavors out of.
Uh-huh.
But once you make a finished drink with bitters, you're using 2 or 3 drops. You're at 0.02% alcohol content generally. So less than 1%. It is within the legal definition of non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic. I was going to
for
say, because
a lot of people, they're
on an
okay
NA
with
beer,
that.
it says less than 5% or less 0.5, right?
0.5%, yeah.
So, yeah.
So it depends. Some people who are sober don't want anything made with bitters that had alcohol in it.
Right.
And you should always ask when you're hosting. But a lot of people who are just, kind of flexitarian, switching back and forth
Sure.
between drinking and not, a bitters and soda or a bitters and tonic with something you make from overproof rum or, neutral spirits is going to be fine.
Right.
You said fennel-cello, like a limoncello, but fennel?
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually what we brought in last time. The
Okay.
fennelcello and grapefruit drink that is in the book called Roman's Empire.
Oh, I remember that, but I didn't latch onto fennel-cello. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's one of those things. If you've ever grown fennel, it's a little bit like mint. It'll
Uh-huh.
overtake your garden really
100%,
quickly.
Yeah. Especially
And
the copper
we
fennel.
made a lemonade out of lemons that year.
There you
so-
go.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
What other surprise herb did you find that really came to the forefront? People always tell me they hate tarragon. I don't know
Oh.
how people hate tarragon. I love it.
That's so funny. That's what
But-
I was going to say.
Yeah. But I think it's a beautiful, and it's so fragrant, and it has a little anise quality to it that it would be perfect for this.
I love it in cocktails.
Yeah.
I love it. I put it in like when we make a compound gin, which is kind of making a gin from scratch. Instead of distilling the flavors, you take the botanicals and you just soak them for different periods of time in different quantities. And there's a whole recipe in the
gin?
book into vodka, and then
Into
you're
vodka.
making it into
I
a
see your
gin.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So I
another
love
thing.
a tarragon forward recipe for that is really yummy.
People don't realize that gin is vodka with botanicals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that recently as well with last 2 years from being on the show. I didn't know
Really?
that either. No.
It's fancy vodka. It's
Fancy
vodka with
vodka.
flavor, which is why bartenders love it. And bartenders have a hard time sometimes when people are like, give me a vodka drink. It's basically saying like, give me a drink and then subtract a lot of flavor.
Uh-huh.
That's why we love mixing with gin.
Okay,
just-
so we're in the
yeah.
holiday season. What would you recommend for Christmas drinks or, special little cocktail that you could do NA as well or in?
The syrups are great for that. We have a cranberry rosemary syrup recipe in here
Mm.
that is just easy, approachable. You probably have leftover bag of cranberries in your fridge right now. And so that one I love to put in like a cava, something kind of drier, something sparkling. It doesn't have to be like an expensive brute, right? You don't need to pull out a nice champagne. But doing a mix of syrups, bitters, and then bubbly, both sparkling water and champagne is a really nice way to set up a quick NA bar.
Mhm.
NA friendly bar that can go either way, especially like if you're hosting Christmas morning or Christmas Eve. I'll make the first drink, but then after that, I think good hosting is letting people feel comfortable, and that's not waiting on them too attentively, right?
Right.
You don't want to be the waitress who asks every 5 seconds if they need something. So just setting it up so they have everything they need, but can kind of go serve themselves, and it becomes an icebreaker too. It's like a fun
Mhm.
little thing to do together. There's also like a brown butter washed vodka in here. Talk about adding
Ooh.
flavor back into vodka.
Mhm.
That is incredibly popular at our bar and restaurant. And I love telling people to just brown butter wash some vodka and make some martinis with it.
Uh-huh.
And tell us about your Bard restaurant. Where can people go see you?
Yeah, we're in Wilkeson, which is, a trek and covered with rivers
Where?
right now. Wilkeson, Washington. So it's at the Carbon
Where?
River entrance of Mount Rainier. So you go to Enumclaw and then you keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going towards the mountain. And it's a town of 500. But we've got this little cute bar called the Simple Goodness Soda Shop, and we're only open 2 more weeks for the season. But we have this thing called Holiday Hootenanny. So we turn the whole thing into a Christmas bar. And we have all kinds of fun events. We actually have like a gingerbread house building competition on the 20th. And it's sponsored by Washington Agriculture. So you can win a whole Christmas dinner if you build the best gingerbread house.
Wow.
So we've got some fun stuff happening out there, even
Wow.
though it's in our little corner of the wilderness.
Hopefully you're not getting flooded this week.
My husband was on our roof last week to make sure that didn't happen.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, we have a over 100-year-old building that we restored, and it pops a leak every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things try out. Loretta, if you were going to make a Christmas cocktail NA, where would you have? What's your favorite Christmas cocktail?
I mean, I love Negroni, especially to start a meal. So I would tend towards a non-alc Negroni, I
The
think.
faux grony?
Yeah, I love the phony
yes.
Negronis, but I think you can make one as well. There's a lot of, I think the Pathfinder works well
Mhm.
in that application, but
Yeah.
I like that. This is delicious too. Like I like that little
Delicious.
bit bitter, clean start to what will be a big meal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
agreed. That's why having the bitters and the syrup and the soda, and it's like you can kind of mix to your palate, right? It allows people to like add a few dashes of this, and
And it's so different from like whatever wine you're going to maybe drink
Right.
that meal that
Yeah.
it's nice to.
don't
start off
sleep
in
on
that way.
non-alcoholic wines too. There's some good sparkling wines these days.
We have
Um,
Cheeky and Dry coming on the show soon, and she's got some new ones she's bringing.
Does she?
She
There's
said they're
a-
getting better and better.
There's a fantastic one out of Portland, and I bet she'll tell you about it.
Oh, what's it called?
I'm blanking on the name.
Okay.
It is. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
We can put it in the
What's that
show
one?
notes.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. The book is called Drink Your Garden, Recipes, Stories, and Tips from the Simple Goodness Cocktail Farm in Wilkinson, Washington.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful book.
Beautiful book.
Mhm.
And to me, it's, bar books tend to be repetitive. This is not.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you go to Mr. Boston or you go to like 10 bar books, they tend to have the same drinks in them. This does not. So I love it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Dragging those
Really
kids
happy
along.
To be here.
They're out for vacation
It's a big adventure for them. Their school's closed because of flooding. So
because of flooding. Okay.
Yeah.
Once again, I will tell you, we're feeling for all of you out there suffering from the overflow of raindrops.
Yeah.
I read this morning there were trillions of gallons of rain coming down right now.
Wow.
So
trillions.
trillions. I
Wow.
don't know how they measure that, but on Cairo Radio, it's the Hot Stove Society show. Stay with us for food for thought, tasty trivia. All right, you've made it through a whole 2 hours.